Okay, so economics class 11. Okay, topic we have welfare. So first here we have to understand the concept of welfare. So what do you mean by welfare? Welfare means well-being, sense of well-being or sense of happiness and satisfaction or well-being of the people. So we can say that okay. So welfare can be defined as the sense of well-being of the people or happiness or satisfaction of the people can be measured in the terms of this welfare. Now, how we'll get that welfare? Suppose say if different individuals they have given the different types of freedom, okay, political freedom, other type of freedom is there. At the same time, when you are consuming more amount of goods and services, and if you are getting more satisfaction from consumption of that goods and services, that will increase the level of satisfaction or happiness, okay, and that satisfaction or happiness can be measured in the terms of welfare, okay. Once again, when we consume various types of goods and services, suppose say you are willing to purchase new clothes or shoe, and when you get to purchase that new clothes or new shoe, you will be more happy, and that happiness will be measured in the terms of welfare, okay. So that can be considered as a welfare. So what are the factors, okay, on which that welfare depends? So welfare depends on good weather, leisure time, when we get more free time, that will give you some source of entertainment, and once you are more entertained, you will feel more happy, more satisfied, and when you are more satisfied, welfare will be higher, or welfare will be more, or welfare will increase. Similarly, environmental factor. If the environment wherever you are living that is good, okay, climatic condition is good, that will give you more satisfaction, more happiness, okay, and that happiness will be measured in the terms of welfare. Now suppose say the locality wherever you are living, if that locality is not peaceful, every time dispute, fight is going there in your locality, do you feel more happy and satisfied? No, in that case we will not be happy, we will not be satisfied. In that case welfare will decrease, okay. So if there is a political instability, okay, political instability, or a war is taking place, or some social evils is going around in your locality, so that will, instead of increasing the welfare, that will reduce our welfare, okay. Will not be happy, will not be satisfied, so in that case the welfare will be less. Now this welfare is divided into two parts, or it is classified into two parts. Number one, we have economic welfare and non one is economic welfare and the other one is non-economic welfare. So what is economic welfare? Here you have to understand the concept of economic welfare. So welfare, that a part of social welfare that can be directly or indirectly measured in money terms. So whatever the satisfaction that is directly or indirectly measured in money terms is called economic welfare, okay. And the next one we have non-economic welfare. So welfare that cannot express in the non-economic welfare. So once again, here the satisfaction that is directly or indirectly measured in the terms of money is called what? Economic welfare. Once again, I'll give you one example. Suppose say, in order to get more happiness or more satisfaction, if you are spending money, suppose you are spending money to purchase shoe or clothes or jacket, whatever may be, and by spending your money, if you are getting any kind of satisfaction, whenever you purchase eatable items, when you go to the restaurant and have some breakfast or maybe lunch or dinner, so in that case you will get some happiness or satisfaction, but for that what you have to do? You have to spend money. So you are getting that happiness or satisfaction by spending your money. So that type of welfare is called economic welfare. And sometimes what happens that you will feel satisfied, more happy without spending money or without concern of money. Like suppose say I am helping a blind person to cross a road. So when I am helping somebody who is in a great need, so that will also give me some satisfaction. But I am doing that, okay, I am doing that work not for the profit motive or not for money, or that can say that we are not doing that activities for monetary purpose. So that type of welfare, whatever the satisfaction, happiness I am getting by helping somebody who is in need, then that type of welfare is called non-economic welfare. Now I'll give you one more example. Suppose you are walking through the road and you have seen one accident taking place in that area. So when you are helping the person who is injured, okay, and if you are taking that person to the hospital, means you are not doing, you are getting the satisfaction, no doubt. You will be more happy that yes, today I did a good job. I helped somebody else who was in need of my support. So in that case, you will not get any money, but you will be more satisfied and more happy. So that type of welfare is called non-economic welfare. Okay, that is your non-economic welfare. So I hope the concept is clear. What is economic welfare and non-economic welfare? Now next topic we have next basic concept we have business cycle. So here you have to understand the concept of this business cycle. So business cycle is nothing but recurrent fluctuation. Recurrent fluctuation in economic activity is called what? Business cycle. So recurrent fluctuation, okay? Recurrent, or after certain interval of time, if there is a disturbance in the economy or fluctuation in the economy, then that concept is called what? Business cycle. We have seen that sometimes the economy is doing good, means economic activity is taking place at the faster rate. Sometimes what happens that economy may collapse. Now if you see the present situation due to this COVID-19 pandemic, what is all the economic activity has been disturbed, unemployment problem has increased, the productivity has decreased, okay, the country is suffering, unnecessary expenditure has taken place. So we can say that all these fluctuation. Okay, all these fluctuations are the part of this business cycle. Now there are different phases of business cycle. Number one, we have expansion. Next we have phases of phases of business cycle. So there are four phases. Okay, there are four phases. Four phases of business cycle. Number one, expansion or prosperity. Next we have recession. Then depression. The next one we have recovery or revival. So here four phases. Okay, this business cycle has four phases. Number one, expansion or prosperity, recession, depression, recovery or revival. So you have to understand what will happen in the case of this expansion or prosperity. So expansion or the prosperity is characterized by the phase where income, output, employment, production, etc. will increase. Okay. Once again, what is expansion or prosperity? It is the phase which is characterized by high level of income, output, employment. That means income, output, employment, production, all the economic activities will increase. Now next one we have recession. So this is a phase characterized by temporary decrease in income, output, employment, production, demand, etc. Okay. Now next one, depression. Depression is the chronic phase of recession. That means this one is temporary. Okay. All the economic activities will decrease or contract, but it will remain for a temporary time period, maybe for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. After that, the economy will recover. Now next phase we have depression. So depression is a phase that is also called chronic phase of recession. Okay, this is called chronic phase of recession. That means, you know that chronic means that persists for a long time period, or that exists for a longer time period. So when the economy is suffering, okay, all the economic activity decreases, and if it decreases for a longer time period, then that phase is called depression. Okay, it is chronic phase. Chronic means that persists for a long time period. I'll give you one example: chronic disease. So cancer is a chronic disease, so it takes a long time to get cured. Okay, similarly, when any fluctuation arises in the economy, in order to recover that, it takes long time. That's why it is a depression, chronic phase of recession, where income, output, employment, production, everything will decrease. Okay, here also it will decrease. Both are same, but here it takes place for temporary, but here it takes place for long time period. Otherwise, everything is same. Here also income, output, employment, production, demand, everything will decrease, but it will decrease for a long time period. So that is your depression. Whereas in the case of recession, income, output, employment, demand, everything will decrease, but it will decrease for temporary time period, maybe for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. But this may exist for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, so that is your depression. Now Next phase is recovery or revival. So this is the phase characterized by increase in slowly the income, output, employment, demand, everything will start increasing and slowly the economy will revive. Okay, revive or economy will come to their normal position or normal situation. So that phase is called recovery. Okay, now we can show this one with the help of diagram also. Phases of business cycle. Now here economic activities will plot economic activities here time. Now in the case of so this phase is called prosperity. Prosperity means here everything income, output, employment, etc. will increase. So this is your peak level. Peak means everything will be at the higher level. In the case of recession, your income, output, employment, everything will start decreasing. Now depression is the phase where it takes long time to revive. So this is your depression. Now after depression, the economy will slowly start reviving. So that is the revival or recovery. So these are the 4 phases of business cycle that is very important, and the remaining we will do it in the next class.